Hello everybody, it's Tim here again with another movie review. This time I just saw Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. Now, I'm going to go on a little bit of a, not a tantrum, but kind of a review of Kevin Smith's career and his films. Now, Kevin Smith, for me, my personal opinion, I think he's a good guy. He's a cool guy. I like him. I'd like to hang out with the dude. But I only think he's an average director. I think he's good at making dumb, fun comedies like this type of film, and I think he's pretty bad when he tries to branch out with other stuff like Yoga Hoosers, that stupid Walrus movie he did, Tusk, and Cop Out with Bruce Willis. He's pretty bad in all the other stuff. The only exception being Chasing Amy, in my honest opinion. But like I said, though, I think he's a cool guy, and I think he's really good at these types of films. I think this is what he should stick to. This film was obviously a labor of love. This film really ends the Jay and Silent Bob characters on a high note and pretty much ends their story as far as like in this universe goes. I don't really think you need another Jay and Silent Bob movie at all. This pretty much ends it where it should go. And for my rating, I'll just go ahead and give it a 3.5 out of 4. I think this is a pretty good movie and a pretty good love letter to fans. It's got bunches of cameos from people, actors, some playing themselves and some playing their characters from other View Askew universe movies, like Ben Affleck's character from Chasing Amy and things like that. Ben Affleck has some funny like in-jokes about DC and stuff like that here. And you got Kevin Smith's daughter in the film playing Jason Mewes' daughter. Now, she actually really surprised me here. Her acting was actually great here. I thought she did a pretty good job. She could actually, like herself, she could branch off and do other types of films, in my opinion. The film is pretty funny. It does have some weak spots. Like there's these other female characters who are friends with Jason Mewes' daughter character, played by Kevin Smith's daughter, and they're not really needed. They're in there as like a diversity joke about how reboots have to be more woke and have more diversity, but you still have to give them like character to make them really feel needed for the story, and they're really not. You could have cut them out and it really wouldn't have made any difference. That and the reveal at the end of one of them actually being a villain was pretty weak. The villain at the end being one of the friends is actually pretty weak in her motivation for like wanting to kill Kevin Smith, the actual director Kevin Smith, who's directing the Jay and Silent Bob reboot in Hollywood, was pretty weak because his films were terrible, supposedly. Some of the Kevin Smith like in jokes are pretty funny, but they push it a little bit too much by the end, to the point where it becomes kind of overkill. So you don't really need that. The villain at the end was pretty weak. All in all, though, the film was mostly really funny. It took me a little bit to get into the film at the beginning because it was kind of weird seeing them older. But once I allowed the film, once the film started kind of like getting on with its plot, I started getting sucked into it. And it was just like, yeah, this is the same two guys, same characters, just older. So I just got into it. So yeah, all in all, this is a 3.5 star, pretty good film. Love letter to the fans. It's not as good as Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but it is pretty good, and I highly recommend it if you're a Kevin Smith fan or a fan of his View Askew movies. He should stick to these types of films. Like he should do, I know he's doing another Clerks, I believe Clerks 3. He should do that, like that kind of stuff. He can do whatever he wants, and I'll check it out regardless, because I'm a fan of his View Askew movies. But personally, I think he's best when he's doing these types of flicks. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again.